our eighth grade author, Tanushri Joseph. Tanushri, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, we are delighted to have you here. You published a book. You're just an eighth grader. I'm in my 60s and I've yet to publish my first book. So you're way ahead of my schedule, but at some point in my life, I hope I'm able to say that I'm a published author as well. So first of all, congratulations to you, dear. That's absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
And since it is Teacher Appreciation Week, I think it'd be perfect to start this segment with you sharing or actually reading the dedication that's in your book. Would you do that for us?
Of course. This book is dedicated to all my teachers. Thank you for your dedication, hard work, and making learning so much fun.
Well, that is music to all of our ears as teachers, as educators, to know that we inspired and motivated our students to do wonderful things like this. Now, also, the acknowledgement, because you're also thanking the people that this book would not be possible without. So why don't you go ahead and share that with us?
Yes, this book is a combined effort by so many people. First, I'm thankful to Purple Crayon Advertising. They are the book designing company. And I'd like to thank the illustrator, Srishti Paranjape. And I also want to thank my parents. They're always guiding me in these projects. And I'm so thankful to all of them for bringing this story together.
Well, I know that you appreciate everyone's effort because it takes a lot of effort, obviously, to go into publishing a book. But I also know there's a great story behind your story of ant-sized Haddie. Share with us what's really behind the story and how this came to be.
So this whole thing started when my 7th grade science teacher, Miss Fleeman, assigned a creative writing project after we conducted a science experiment in class. So without her assigning this project, this story wouldn't even exist, and that's why I'm so thankful to her. But that's basically how it all started.
Well, how wonderful for Ms. Sleeman here on Teacher Appreciation Week to hear that. And I'm sure she's seen the acknowledgement and knows that she was the inspiration for this story. Okay, I'm sure that there's many passages throughout the book, and I got the book last week and read it, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. And I know there's a lot you'd like to read and share from it, but why don't you pick a particular passage, maybe that resonates to you for one reason or another, and share that with our viewers.
As I walked happily to school on Halloween wearing my elephant hat, my friend called out to me, "Hey Haddie, you look great." "Thanks," I replied. I felt great. I looked forward to having fun that day. As I walked towards the 7th grade building, I noticed something odd. A crowd of students screaming and running away. Weird, I thought, because I could not see anything out of the ordinary. What is going on? Within a few seconds, the students disappeared. It was then that I noticed it. A scary rodent. I suddenly realized what had caused all the commotion earlier. The rodent had big, red, glowing eyes, its fur gray and greasy. Gigantic ears popped out of its tiny head, making it look like a mouse. Its long, furry tail stood up in the air. Oddly enough, the rodent seemed to have a violent expression. Its mouth was open, displaying 2 pointy, sharp, fang-like teeth. Its eyes were wide and full of aggression. Its violent expression told me not to mess with it. Hang on, it was coming, straight for me. Hurry, run, I thought to myself. But before I could take another step, the rodent was by my foot. I froze. I watched in terror as the rodent sunk its large, razor-sharp teeth into my shoe.
Well, I am not a fan of rodents, and when I read that, and even listening to you, wonderfully descriptive writing, by the way, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. That is absolutely wonderful. Now, I know that everyone's going to want to know how this turns out. So how could people purchase this book?
Well, this book is available on Kindle, and you can find it on Amazon too. And this weekend, I'm going to run a free book promotion, so you can get it for free. So that's the way to get it, and it's on Kindle or Amazon.com.
Okay, and up on the screen right now, our viewers see that information, and they could go and get the book for free as part of a promotion. So here you are as an eighth grader doing book promotions and sharing your story. What an inspiration to everyone, Tanushri, and I really appreciate you coming and sharing with our viewers. But before we leave you today, tell us a little bit about what it's been like for you during school closure.
Well, all my work is online. It's on Google Classroom. And I also am staying inside a lot more now. So I'm not really used to the online work or staying inside, but I'm trying to find ways to keep myself productive.
Are you anxious to come back to school?
Well, I look forward to it, definitely.
Well, we all do, that's for sure. Is there another book in the works?
Well, I have written a lot of stories and I just need to get onto working on them so then I can publish them. Right now, though, I'm working on a horror story, believe it or not. And that horror story was actually a horror story I had written in my eighth grade ELA class.
Well, Tanushri Joseph, thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you for representing Villegas and Alvord Unified School District. You're a wonderful representative, and we know that you're going to continue to do bigger and even better things down the road. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, you're very welcome. Be well, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.